Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another top 5 type of list for The Walking Dead Season 6. In this one, we're going to be counting down who I consider to be the top 5 safest characters. Okay, so I thought this would be a fun one to do, and spoiler warning if you're not caught up on The Walking Dead, because we always talk about who's going to die, but I decided, why don't I do one talking about who's least likely to die, or who's not going to die. Now, with regards to The Walking Dead TV series, I do feel like there are certain characters that I would say are safe at this point. With a show like Game of Thrones, for example, really nobody is safe. With The Walking Dead, I feel like there are certain characters that are safe, that I just could not see them killing off. I just don't think it's going to happen. And if it did, it would kind of change my schema for how I see The Walking Dead. Even though sometimes they do kill a few characters off, which we would consider to be safe. A good example would be Andrea, of course, from Season 3. The first time you see the series, Lori, probably a lot of us thought she was going to survive permanently because, it's the main character's wife, and it seemed like that's the way the series was going. That you would have like this family unit, and that's kind of the story, and then she ends up getting killed off anyway. But in terms of Season 6, like just in Season 6, who are the top 5 characters that are least likely to die? Who are the ones that I would consider to be safe? Okay, so obviously a lot of characters in the show, a lot of different possibilities what they could do. I mean, really, in terms of possibility, they could do anything. But who do I feel like are ones that we can kind of scratch off the list for ones to worry about in Season 6? So at number 5, I'm going to put at this point Carol. I for a while I thought they were going to kill off Carol. Earlier on in the series, I was positive they were going to. And season after season after season, they just never did. When it was like Season 3, when I was like, oh yeah, she's probably going to be killed off. And even I believe on the Blu-ray, I think in the commentary, they did say that they ended up swapping. They were initially going to kill her off, but they swapped it for T-Dog. So that's something to keep in mind there too. So I feel like she was earlier on, kind of one of those characters that could be killed at any time, but I'm glad she wasn't. Of course, Carol has become a really cool survivor, really strong, had a lot of time in Season 5, and I feel like if they were going to kill her off, they probably would have done it then, because she's one of those initial survivors. She's the last surviving member of her little family. And she's just been so damn interesting all the way through that, I can see her surviving on for a long time now. Awesome, really awesome job from Melissa McBride. So I'm going to put her at number 5. Number 4, another character I consider to be pretty much safe at this point, is Baby Judith. Yeah, I think so. Killing a baby on TV, on cable, is quite a risky move. It's something that, and also, she provides that extra kind of care for Rick and him being even more cautious than he would be just with Carl. And it really makes the series a lot different than the comic book series where she was killed off. Now that she survived and that Tyrese, that's his kind of, his character's overall kind of purpose, or the most important thing Tyrese's character ever did. If they killed off Judith now, it would be like, Tyrese was, everything he did was basically useless, or it didn't amount to much. So I kind of feel like Judith is one of the most safe in the series, and I'll put her at number 4. Number 3, this one's been on rumor, a lot of sites. Cinema Blend is one that did something on this, and they kind of said, that maybe he could be, that kind of thing. But I really liked the comment, I forget the user who wrote this on YouTube, who said that AMC bought 2 bikes for Daryl. 2, and they cost like $100,000. And he just got them recently, right? So at this point in time, I'm pretty much, positive that Daryl will be fine. I wouldn't worry about it, He's another character that's up there near the top. Number 3 for me, one of the safest characters in the series. I just don't see AMC doing it. I really don't. So I'm going to put him at number 3. Number 2 is going to be, of course, Chandler Riggs' character, Carl. So, Carl, he's right near the top there. One of the characters that could survive in the long run. He may be the longest running survivor. So in 10 years, if this show's still on, I would it's possible Rick could still be alive, but definitely Carl, I would think, will be alive in 10 years from now if the show's still running. We'll have to see how long it actually goes for and everything like that. But to me, it just seems like Carl is like the future of The Walking Dead. Whether it be the comic book series or the TV series, he's going to be the one that's going to be there for a really, really long time, in my opinion. So he's going to be the runner-up. And number one for me is going to be Rick. At this point in time, I just can't see them killing Rick off. Earlier on, I was a little bit more worried, especially after Season 3 when they were killing Andrea, and there was a lot of things going differently than the comic book series, and it really felt like they wanted to set it apart from the comic book series a lot more. And nowadays, especially Season 5, it stuck to the comic books very closely. And I like how they kind of shift back and forth. Sometimes they stick to it verbatim. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they switch things. They switch characters out. They add in other storylines, and they change things altogether. And I like that approach. I like how they stay on course, and then they change minor things, or they change out certain characters and do things like that and add in extra stuff. It really makes it exciting, and it makes it better than just a straight adaptation or translation from the comic book pages to video. So that said, Rick for me right now, even though I'm not saying that Rick is going to survive the longest, I'm saying in Season 6, if they killed off Rick, I would be absolutely flabbergasted. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. And that's where I put that. I just don't see it at all. I feel like they're kind of want to keep it unpredictable, keep us guessing, but at the same time they want some kind of middle ground with that, right? So they're willing to take chances and kill off certain characters like Andrea, even though I think Kirkman might still be pissed about that. But I don't know. I can't read his mind or anything, but it just kind of seems like it from what articles I've read about him and Glenn Mazzara. But on the other side, so they want it to be different, but they want it also to follow the same path. And if you kill Rick, it doesn't follow the same path. It's gone on a totally different tangent. Where who's going to take over as the lead? Could Daryl take over as the lead? I don't know. I mean, I guess he could, but if he's got this kind of outsider thing, it just doesn't. I don't know. It feels more like a Batman story, like a loner story, than a leader of a group that could rebuild, society, or like Wolverine or something like that, versus something like maybe your lead like Superman or somebody's going to build Justice League or something to equate it to DC. Basically, what I'm saying. Rick is safe, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure all 5 of these characters are safe at this point. At least that's my opinion. Some others are almost on the list. I mean, we've got Morgan, because he just got back. Sasha, Glenn, Abraham. Some of the others as well too. A lot of characters. Maggie, but those ones I wouldn't put like as your safe. Those are kind of more in that category of they could do kind of what they want, and the overall story would still be mainly the same. Anyway, so those are my top 5 safest characters, at least in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about it, and if you like the video, you know what to do. You guys know. I don't even have to say it anymore. Please thumb it up. Please share and favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, bottom left, you want to see more Walking Dead videos from me, all you have to do is subscribe at the bottom left, and you'll be able to see them almost daily, every couple days. I do as many as I can for you guys. It's the best I can do. The best I can do is the best I can do. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. See you again real soon. As always, it's Trev, saying peace.